everyone. In the present video, I'll explain RAID concepts. Before RAID concept, we were using single large expensive drive to store the data. Use of single disk could not meet the required performance level because suppose the HDD itself is failed, that may result in data loss, as well as whenever the users are performing read and write operation, if the size of the storage is more or large, in such cases read and write operation takes longer time. In order to overcome from this, the RAID concept was come into picture. In 1987, at the University of California, a paper was published with the title "A Case for Redundant Arrays of Inexpensive Disk." So that is called as RAID. The term RAID has been redefined to refer to independent disk. So it may be either inexpensive disk or independent disk to reflect its advantages in the storage technology. RAID storage has now grown from an academic concept to an industry standard. So we can make use of two implementation levels. The first one is software RAID and the second one is hardware RAID. The RAID can be implemented either as software RAID or hardware RAID. So we'll take one by one. The software RAID. The software RAID uses host-based software to provide RAID functions. It is implemented at the operating system level and does not use a dedicated hardware controller to manage the RAID array. The software RAID implementation offer cost and simplicity benefits when compared with hardware RAID. So in the case of software RAID, which uses host-based software to provide the RAID function, and there is no additional dedicated hardware controller is used in order to manage the RAID array, and it offers better performance and less cost, as well as simple design benefits while compared with the hardware RAID. So we'll take the limitation. So the major limitations are with respect to performance, supported features, operating system compatibility. First we'll take performance. Software RAID affects overall system performance. Why? Because it takes this is due to the additional CPU cycles required to perform RAID calculations. So in the case of software RAID, it takes the CPU cycles itself while performing the RAID calculation. The performance impact is more for complex implementations of RAID. So here the performance will be less. Why? Because it uses the CPU cycles itself while performing the RAID calculations. Supported features. Software RAID does not support all RAID levels. So it does not support all different RAID levels. Operating system compatibility. Software RAID is tied to the host operating system. Whenever any upgradation comes to the software RAID or to the operating system, must be validated for the compatibility of the software RAID as well as the operating system. This leads to inflexibility in the data processing environment. The major limitations of software RAID are performance, supported features, as well as operating system compatibility. Next we'll take hardware RAID. In the case of hardware RAID, a specialized controller is used in order to implement its RAID calculations. These implementations vary in the way the storage array interacts with the host. Controller card RAID is host-based hardware RAID implementation in which a specialized RAID controller is installed in the host and HDDs are connected to it. In addition to that, we are having a special RAID controller which will perform the entire RAID calculations. The RAID controller interacts with the hard disk using the PCI bus, peripheral bus. So under RAID techniques, we are having three different techniques like stripping, mirroring and parity. So first we'll take stripping. A RAID set is a group of disks. Within each disk, a predefined number of contiguously addressable disk blocks are defined as strips. What is the definition of strips? That is nothing but within each disk, a predefined number of contiguously addressable disk blocks. The set of aligned strips that span across all the disks within the RAID set is called as stripe. So here we can observe strip as well as stripe in the diagram. Next we'll take strip size, which describes the number of blocks in a strip and is the maximum amount of data that can be written or read from a single HDD in the set before the next HDD is accessed. All strips in a stripe have the same number of blocks, and decreasing strip size means that the data is broken into smaller pieces when spread across the disk. Strip size is a multiple of strip size by the number of HDDs in a RAID set. Strip width refers to the number of data strips in a stripe. Stripped RAID does not protect data unless parity or mirroring is used. So if you are adapting stripping concept, it may improve the performance, but it will not provide. May improve the performance, but it does not provide any data protection unless parity or mirroring is used. Depending on the type of RAID implementation, the RAID controller can be configured to access data across multiple HDDs simultaneously. So the next concept is mirroring. In the case of mirroring, mirroring is a technique whereby data is stored on two different HDDs. But if the data is stored twice, what is the drawback? So the user can read the data from the actual disk or original disk as well as from the mirror disk. So we can improve the read operation. So read operation will be easy if you are adapting mirroring concept. But whenever any new write operation comes, during write operation the RAID controller need to write the data into the original disk as well as mirror disk. So twice we have to perform the write operation. So this is the drawback of mirroring. So we can observe that the data block A, B, C, D, E are copied in a single disk and the same data blocks are copied on the mirror disk. So this is called as mirroring concept. So next is parity. Parity is a method of protecting stripped data from hard disk drive failure without the cost of mirroring, because we cannot bear the mirroring cost, because we have to maintain entire set of data blocks separately. An additional HDD is added to the strip width to hold the parity, a mathematical construct that allows recreation of the missing data. Parity is a redundancy check that ensures full protection of data without maintaining a full set of duplicate data. In the case of mirroring, we'll use duplicate data concept, but without maintaining complete set of duplicate data, we can calculate the parity value of the block and we can store the parity value. Whenever any disaster or failure occurs, the data can be reconstructed using the parity value. Here we can observe that we are having different blocks as well as the parity block. So we can store the parity of different blocks on the parity disk. Whenever any data disk failed, so we can reconstruct the entire data value from the parity value. So under RAID concept, we can make use of three different techniques like stripping, mirroring and parity. Stripping is nothing but we are distributing the data across multiple disks, and mirroring is nothing but maintaining duplicate copy of same data set. parity is nothing but without maintaining the duplicate copy, we will maintain the parity value, and whenever the disaster or failure occurs, the data can be reconstructed by considering the parity disk.